are in another square, and you can see this is a classic Venice decision. Should you follow some signs here that say that, or should you go this way? And you really just have to make a decision. It's kind of a maze here in Venice. You will here in Venice. You will get lost, most likely. Here we have a round church with a green dome up there, and it's got a cross on it, and it has sort of a triangle, circle, and an eye type thing. Makes you think about the Illuminati. It says Serpentia Edificat Sibi Damum. It also says Fundamenta della Maddalena. Well, here we have a larger canal than most canals, and you can see there's a pretty big bridge going over it. Lots of people on the bridge, and it's got some sculptures on it. It says Pichal Cisonia Venetier. I can't read it, but looks out over this canal here. It's a pretty grand canal, if you ask me. I'm not sure what this canal is called, though. Well, we could go up here and climb these stairs. Or not. Well, here we have some sort of church. And these are much more decorated than the other churches in Venice. Has lots of sculptures on the outside. You can see in front of me here, there's some lions, which are classic European staples, and it's on this podium stand sort of thing that says Marzo on it, and at the base you can see a bunch of lion heads. You can see this is the Chelsea di S. Salvador, and this one also has some lion heads on it up there above the construction gate that's in front of the door. You can see there's some sculptures up there. And on this side we have the Opera House, the Scuola Grande S. Trodoro, which also has some sculptures and looks like some grates on the windows. You can always tell it's a bad neighborhood if there's grates on the windows. You see some babies holding up a sign up there. I don't think so.
No,
I don't think that's where we want to go. Here's some Venetian trash cans. It says Viato. Don't throw washing machines or chairs in the trash can. Also, don't throw trash bags in the trash can. Here we have another glass shop. Lots of different cups and stuff from Venice. You can see some floor mats here. Kind of expensive for a floor mat. Here's some Venetian trash cans. It says Viato. Don't throw washing machines or chairs in the trash can. Also, don't throw trash bags in the trash can. Here we have another glass shop. Lots of different cups and stuff from Venice. You can see some floor mats here. Kind of expensive for a floor mat. Here you can see more arches, and this is right next to those columns with the griffin, and you can see there's another lion head here. Just tons of lions in Europe. I'm not really sure why they're so obsessed with lions. There's no lions in Europe, and it seems like an odd thing to really take a hold of are these lion sculptures. So there you can see across the canal, or possibly on its own island actually, is another large domed church. It's got a couple sculptures on the top there. I'm not really sure how to get over to it, so I think I'm just gonna stay on this side, but it's over there. If you happen to come to Venice and you want to figure it out, you can check it out. I'm trying to get a shot while you kept going. Well, you can hear the bells are ringing, and they ring all the time in Venice. It's really a lot of bells. And you know, they kind of interrupt everything, but if you're trying to figure out what time it is, they're great. Although they do ring on the 15, the 30, and the 45, so sometimes you can't tell what time it is. You might think it's 3, and it's not. Well, I read a review online said that place was better than a solar eclipse. You're not really supposed to look at a solar eclipse, and I don't think it's prettier than a solar eclipse, to be honest. It looks like a pretty big church, but I'm not sure what that review meant by looking at a solar eclipse, because you can't. You're really not supposed to. But you can look at Venice, and you can see it's probably prettier than a solar eclipse. Again, you're not supposed to look at solar eclipses. Here you can see they've devised sort of a ramp for these stairs. Handicap accessible in Venice. Not everything is, but parts are. Well, here we are at Piazza dei Leoni. And it also says Papa Giovanni 23. Behind me was, and is, this huge, what I'm assuming is a cathedral. Lots of decoration on it. It's in this giant square. Here we have another building with like a wreath in the center. It says Concert 2018. And you can hear piano music coming out of it. It's got some columns. There's some birds in Venice. You can see another lion statue. Lots of lions in Europe. And of course, if you're hanging out in Venice and you want to go to the bar, why not try Bar Americano? They've got ice cream. And here we have the front of this cathedral. You can see lots of gold on it. Lots of different sculptures. It's in front of this like huge square. Lots of arches in this square. Wonder if anyone's ever counted how many arches there are. This is a lot of arches. Even this cathedral has a bunch of arches on it. I'm really freaking out about these arches right now. You can see the cathedral is just open door policy, but it does have a gate, and you do need to go through a line to get in. Here you have a flagpole in Venice, and it's got some lions at the bottom of it. Well, these might be griffins because of the wings. And you can see it goes pretty high up, and there are two of them. It's got some gold on the top there. Golden baby. And here we are at the front of this cathedral, and you can see there's Jesus and some sculptures, and it's got 4 horses and another lion at the top in gold and another Jesus sculpture at the very top. So they're not really worried about redundancy here. You can tell that from all the arches that are in this plaza. Just tons of arches. So you can see this plaza is basically these really long buildings with arches on every single floor. I'm not even going to try and walk through this because it looks like it's really painful on the eyes. It actually is a little bit overstimulating for your eyes to walk through there. But there's lots of people milling around. And here we have another large tower made of brick. I'm assuming this is another bell tower, just from the shape of it. Well, here we have a typical street lamp in Venice. And you can see this one has 4 lights on it. And there's a bird sitting on it, taking a nap. And here we have another doorway to this cathedral, and this one has a couple pillars on the outside, and lots of intricate designs on these pillars, and a big cross at the bottom. Lots of leaves. Just kind of a pillared gateway in. Oh, here we have another sculpture in Venice. This one you can see another lion here. More like a griffin, but still pretty much a lion with wings, right? And he's holding some books here. And sitting next to this dude with a sword. And up top we have a horse. Horse guy with the sword. There's a shield here. Another lion on this side and a woman. Back side of the horse. Anatomically correct. Well, in front of me looks like a building that's under construction. I think it's a church, and you can see that they're advertising some sort of stone on it. And across from this bridge is another bell tower. And that's pretty much all of Venice. We did it. And pretty much did Venice. There's no way to get from one side of this island to the other very quickly. There's no cabs. There's not even people that can shuffle you around while you sit. You gotta walk here. It's a walk-in city, and it takes forever. And there's boats, but they cost a lot of money. The gondolas cost a lot of money, and the food costs a lot of money. Pretty much everything here except for McDonald's costs a fortune. The McDonald's here didn't have regular coffee, in case you come. And I think that's a wrap on Europe. And had a great time, sort of. I'd still probably prefer to travel around the U.S. But anyway, did the Europe invasion. This is the end of Venice here. Signing off, Kevin West. Goodbye.